Hey gang, DVD collector back in the movie room. Hey gang, DVD collector back in my world, my truck, my kingdom. Not really. I think I might start doing some of these back in my movie room. I just kind of miss the vibe that's in there. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. Today, I went to the comic book shop that my wife owns, and I watched the shop while her and my kids sat outside watching a parade. I fucking hate parades. I don't care what the parade's about. Even at Disney, I hate the parades. Even at Disney, when they do a Star Wars parade, I'm not that big of a fan. And Star Wars will bring me to almost anything. And I'll still watch it. But I'm like, I don't like loud noises whatsoever. My anxiety goes through the fucking roof when the loud noises happen. I don't enjoy sitting there watching these idiot hillbillies drive by throwing candy and hitting me in the head, or, you know, the 2-year out-of-date Tootsie Roll bouncing in my eyeball. I don't dig that shit, okay? And I don't really, the bands are too close and out of sync and terrible. And so anyway, I just sat inside and watched the shop and played my Switch, played Zelda for a little bit, and that was it. That's been my morning. We went to McDonald's afterwards. Word of advice: if you're in a town that has a local parade, as in our town does, do not go directly from said parade to a fast food establishment, because unless you're the first person there, you're fucked. You're fucked. You're going to be the 500th person there, you know, and it's fucking awful. Okay, so we ate McDonald's. I fucking totally destroyed my diet. My diet is really only based on the health problems that I have right this moment, but trying to keep that under wraps. Quarter pounder with cheese, kick that right in the nuts. But what are you going to do? I mean, really, what are you going to do? So anyway, today I thought we'd talk about remakes. Very relevant because the remake of It comes out this week, and there's a lot of buzz about this. You know, IMDb, which I don't normally use as a reference to how good a film is or what people are thinking of it. I don't use Rotten Tomatoes, even though it gave it a superb, big time grade. IMDb gave it a 9.1 out of 10. I usually use YouTube or Facebook to reference from the people that I've met on here, because we have the same tastes. So, when it comes to remakes, it has gone above and beyond with the reviews and everything like that out there. Of course, I can't ask anybody here because it's not come out for us peons to watch. But I did read the other day that Stephen King has seen it twice, and that he has, I can't remember if it was a red balloon or if it was multiple red balloons, but there are at least a red balloon floating at his house right now. So that gives me a very good sign that he likes this. And you know what? I really don't care one bit about the story of this being close or not close. And this is the first time I've said this about a movie. I just want a fucking genuinely scary movie. That's all I want. Not even scary, okay? I'm a horror fan, okay? Horror and sci-fi are the reason I love film. So all I want's a horror movie. That's it. I don't want jumping scares. I don't want found footage. There's nothing there but anticipation. That anticipation does not scare me. Okay, unless I'm anticipating falling off this cliff because I don't have a rope or something like that. Yeah, maybe. But oh my God, this spirit thing might jump out at me. You know, I like that, but only to a certain limit. You can only use it so much. Alfred Hitchcock used it. Um, I forget the quote, but you know, it's not. It's like it's something about like it's not the thing that scares you. It's the anticipation of the thing. That's that's brilliant. Once you know, one theme of the movie. 15 times going around different corners, going nothing. Nothing. Music changes. Then all of a sudden, normal music. That does not fucking count. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Now, a very wise man once said to me, "Why do you care if they remake films? Because you don't have to watch it. You'll always have your original." Quote, Porker Ball. So, that's the line I go with. And that's the line I've stuck with. Do I care if they remake movies? No. Do I have to watch them? No. Will I watch them? Yeah, I'll watch them just to see if, hey, they did a pretty good job, or what in the fuck? And there's been a lot of what in the fucks, but there's not ever really been a lot of, oh man, I'm hoping but it's on a different, kind of a different level because the original It was a TV miniseries based on the book. This is a full-fledged feature film based on the book. So we'll see, okay? Because it's a wonderful book. First off, it's not my favorite. My favorite Stephen King book is Carrie, Cujo, Pet Cemetery. It might be right under that somewhere. But anyway, this one might be okay. Now, am I upset when they come out with a remake? Yeah, personally I'm upset, okay? Like if and only certain films, like, oh hey, did you hear they're remaking what's one they remade recently? Oh, who cares? Just any random film. Did you hear that they're remaking? Whatever. You gonna watch it? Probably. Or rebooting. That's not the same though. Remaking this, remaking that. Now, come up to me. Hey, did you hear they're remaking Jaws? I've heard this for years anyway. That one I take offensive. I don't think you really need to remake any film. I mean, some people say remake films that were terrible for their time period. You know, there's a little bit of history behind all of them. But, you know, you go messing with the so-called classics of what we love, like Jaws. Let's just keep it to Jaws. You remake Jaws. Well, you take away from a lot of things. You take away from all the hard work that those people and Spielberg put into that film with the robotic shark to give you the best film you could get. And there is nothing wrong with this film. It is wonderful. You know, only they know the hardships they went through. But you go in there and you do the movie again, you change the movie up. Let's say you just, all you do is change it from the movie we have to the book. The book is a little bit different than the movie. Say you do that film, but you use computer-generated Jaws. Okay, and most likely, if you're going to use computer-generated jaws, you're going to have computer-generated other sharks, and you're going to fuck the whole thing up. But you're going to have a group of dorks over here creating this life-size or lifelike shark that will look amazing. But you know what? Who gives a shit? You don't have to watch that. You still have Jaws. Just like this. This is the prime example, and then I'll let you guys go. It's 10 minutes in here. Star Wars. Okay? George Lucas altered the Star Wars films. The middle 3 films. He made special editions of them, changed it just a little bit, added some stuff, tweaked some special effects a little bit. But you know what? It's his fucking movie. It's not ours. We love it. It's something that we love, you know, that we've had in our lives forever, and it's a personal thing for us or whatever. But it's not ours. It's George Lucas's. He can do whatever he wants to it. He can take every person in it, put them out, and change them to chipmunks or whatever, you know, if he wants to do that. It's his films. We have the originals. I can watch the original cuts. It doesn't matter. Do I like the special editions? Whatever. I'm not a big fan of Jedi, but only because the whole Jabba scene with the dancing bullshit. Empire's my favorite, even though it's my favorite original film. But yeah, remakes. They're going to continue to do it. They're going to continue to make remakes. So as soon as a remake is announced, Facebook, Twitter, all those just go. As soon as a reboot is announced, hell, it don't even have to be real. Hey, did you hear they're remaking Jaws? Yeah, 5 years ago. Will they ever do it? Probably. Who gives a shit, though? But, that's all I got. One last thing. Jedi Master Luke, do you agree? That's what I thought. And he uses the Force. You all agree. And I want to do a little shout out to my buddy across the pond, Ryan. I hope you're watching. You the man. Fist bump. So until later, game over.